That's awesome. Someone said, who's taking a shower? I'm assuming it's Dobby. I haven't actually been paying full attention, but he's not there where he was, which is next to me, because, you know, he loves sleeping next to me. But yes, hello everyone. Hope you're well. Someone said, why aren't you joining him? Yeah, good idea. I should go join him now in the shower. I'm sure he'd really appreciate that. But yeah, sorry that the podcast didn't go out on YouTube. That is, I need to investigate why that didn't happen. But I can bet, guys, I'm not gonna lie, my eyes are like blurry still. I can barely read the comments. They're going by so fast as well. Like, this is hopeless. Oh my god. Melbourne loved last night. Yeah, thank you. First of all, that Melbourne show, oh my gosh. Sydney and Brisbane were both incredible. The Melbourne show, possibly the loudest crowd we've had so far, genuinely. That was incredible. Hello, I'm live.
Oh, I see. I wondered who you were talking to.
Well, it's because I scheduled the podcast to go up on time, 8 p.m. UK time, and YouTube shafted me. I don't know what happened. I literally sat until 3 a.m. watching it, made sure it was scheduled, and didn't go to sleep until I'd seen both Spotify and YouTube done. Spotify went up, YouTube didn't. I don't know what happened.
So it's either YouTube's fault or you're technologically incompetent.
Essentially, yeah. I still need to investigate that.
We'll
but
we'll go with YouTube, shall we?
Yeah, I've gone. Yeah, for my sake, we'll go with YouTube. But I've gone in and made sure that now it will go up in the next 18 minutes. So
Dobby's missed out on. There's a fun run today, a 14.5 kilometre
a fun run. Wow. That sounds like Dobby's worst nightmare.
Loads of people. Can you see?
Oh, I can actually see. Yeah, that's quite impressive, you know.
Yeah.
Wow, that is a lot of people.
I mean, that's been for the last 10 minutes as well, by the way, going
And
through.
you guys, I'm not going to turn this around now just because I don't want to. I mean, to be fair, it's just Dobby's bed at the end of the day. But what we can see is like there's this whole industrial estate.
I saw this advertised on a sign. It's a kids one.
I'm live, by the way, just in case you didn't know that.
So there's two loops apparently. There's a 14.5 kilometre one and a 4.5 kilometre one.
Sophia's birthday present was to go to the podcast show. Well, happy birthday, Sophia. I'm also technically supposed to be on voice rest now, by the way, guys. So as soon as I'm done with this, I'm gonna go non-verbal again.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing.
Thanks, Hayley. Thanks, Beth. Yeah, that puts a bit of a smile on my face. That goose.
Right.
Right, can you take a key?
Yeah.
Are you sick? No, I'm not sick. I've just been shouting and singing for the last 5 days or 4 days. So and I just woke up. So this is what my voice more or less sounds like after all of that.
Oh, let me just put some deodorant.
When's your next live show? It's tomorrow. So we fly today. This is devastating news, by the way, guys. We fly today. We leave at like 12:30 from Melbourne. But then by the time we land in Perth, it's 1:45 and the F1 starts at 1 in Perth. So we're 45 minutes into the F1 race today when we're up in the air, which is awesome news. And it's a 4-hour flight. So I'm not really looking forward to that because I think in a weird way, those sorts of flights, like a 4 to 6 hour flight is like the worst kind of flight because it's kind of not long enough for you to just like set up shop and, you know, prepare for a long flight. But it's also like,
I always find that it's like on the longer flights, even in economy, you get a bit more space. Like
yeah.
Whereas 4 hours is that one that we from Brisbane to Perth. I couldn't move my knees.
Yeah, it was brutal. That was actually one of the most
we're on this-
uncomfortable flights ever, I think.
We're on the same.
Thanks, Ellie.
We're with the same people. So.
Oh, it's the same. It's Jetstar. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think we're ever gonna do anything with Jetstar in the future. Although if we do, I'll shut up. But the only reason I say that is because this woman, was it Jetstar? Oh, actually no, I don't think it was Jetstar. It was what was the flight where that woman was being really rude to me for no reason, and I wasn't speaking, and she didn't pick up on the fact that I wasn't speaking, and didn't really even give me a chance to try and explain myself, and she was just like, I had my suitcase, but like my carry-on, which you're allowed. I had my backpack, which you're allowed, but then I had like a carrier bag, which is like essentially groceries that, to be fair, I had picked up outside of the airport, but I could have very easily picked up inside the airport, and she wouldn't have known any better. And so she was a complete and utter pain about it. And then was like, you're gonna have to put that away because you can't have more bags. And I was like, okay, I'll put it in my backpack then. Put it in my backpack, got on the plane. She then comes hunting for me. It's like, you didn't show me. And I'm like, I did what you told me to do. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not about to, because then she cracked on like serving other people. We were getting in the way or I was getting in the way where I was trying to put my bag in. So I just wanted to get out of the way because I was stressed already. I wasn't talking, so I couldn't even explain to anyone why I was in the way. This sucks. Hated that. And yeah, I was just like, dude, please just let me get on the plane. She just haunted me, but I actually don't think that was Jetstar. I think that was a different airline. Can't really remember. But either way, I'm gonna put this way because my that's hurt my back of the. Oh god, it's hurting the back of my head. Although that's actually no more comfortable. I might have to sit up properly. Hang on, here we go. That's better. Oh, what a day. Are you coming back to Dublin? I'd love to come back to Dublin. We've been talking about doing all of these shows again in the future. Will there be any nuts content? Yes, is the short answer. There will be nuts content. There's not like an abundance. An abundance means a lot, right? I always get confused with that word. I think an abundance sounds like there's none to me. Like logically, but I think abundance means there's a lot. So I'm gonna say there's not an abundance of nut content, but there is some. So you will see it over the next few weeks, hopefully. But yeah, exciting stuff. I mean, you guys will have seen that Tilly obviously posted her pictures with the nuts. The 15 Again podcast is already out on Spotify, so if you already watched it over there anyway, you've probably already seen it. I'm here to tell you that the 15 Again podcast goes out in 12 minutes. 12. Thanks, Charlotte. Really appreciate that. I liked that koala. That was nice. That was nice and fun. It made me smile. It's 9:49 p.m. in England. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, guys. I hope everyone's still hanging on. Just about. At least it's Saturday, right? So you got hopefully Sunday where no one's too busy, unless you got church in the morning, in which case, sorry. Or something else on a Sunday morning. I don't know what people do on Sunday mornings, but if you're able to lie in, then maybe you can. Thanks, Coco. Maybe you can watch the podcast. Why did I see Tills with kangaroo balls? What are you doing to her? Someone brought it for the shelf competition. Also, thanks, Beth. Hello from the future, Harvey. Good morning. Yeah, that's also been like booking me out. Is the fact that we're like so far ahead from everyone else. So like, yeah. Guys, I'm really struggling to read these comments right now. This is like, genuinely, it's faster than it's ever been, and my vision's still a little bit blurry from waking up, so I'm just like... Should have brought Graham. Yeah, sorry that we didn't bring the UK shelf items. What? It told me to shake my head, but nothing happened. That's really jarring. Yeah, we didn't bring the UK shelf items over. To be honest, I'm surprised we had shelves. That was actually, I was slightly blindsided by that. I thought we were just going to have like little tables or something that we were making a shrine out of on this tour. And then fair play to our sort of tour rep. She managed to get pretty much, other than in Melbourne yesterday, the same shelves that we had in the UK. It was incredible. So we have had to literally build the shelf both times in I say we, Max actually built the shelf in Sydney and Brisbane. And then we had a pre-made shelf in Melbourne. And I actually don't know what kind of shelf we're having in Perth, but I guess we'll find out tomorrow. The shipping prices to bring stuff home is going to be crazy. Yeah, already we're really struggling. But wait, are you going to watch the F1 race? No, Lucy. Has Silly had clinkers yet? Yes, she has. Yeah, the F1 race, we missed the first 45 minutes of it, unfortunately. Thank you, that no-named person. Sorry, you literally, I even tried to click on your name and it didn't have a name, but I saw the galaxy, so thanks. Who's your favourite F1 driver? Right now, Kimi Antonelli's pretty cool. I'm not saying he's my favourite, I just think he's doing pretty impressively well. I do like him, and Lando's funny. He's a good guy, good driver. Oscar's cool. I just really like Yuki Tsunoda, guys. I'm not going to lie. I'm still pretty butthurt that he's not racing. Opinions on Minecraft World in Chessington. Glad you asked. Thanks, Ellie Pearson. I just love that, like, it's so funny to me that such a park like Chessington, that in my mind is very unknown to the world. Like, obviously big theme park fans are going to know what Chessington is, but anyone else isn't. And now Minecraft, like, from their official like Instagram accounts and probably loads of other accounts as well I haven't even seen, are like posting about Chessington, because they're like, we got a land coming there now, and that's pretty exciting. And I'm just like, how did Chessington even manage this? Like, to have such a global, renowned game like Minecraft, basically promoting them and, like, you know, going to town on getting people to go there. Well, thank you again, the nameless person, for that building. Oh my gosh, wait, I just saw a really good comment. Izzy Luca, Harvey, I'd like to see that photo you took of Broken Artists to Parties. Do you know what, Izzy? I nearly put it in my photo dump, or that I posted like last night, but I just, in the nicest way possible, decided it was just too random. But I am going to post Artists to Parties, don't you worry, because that is genuinely my favourite thing. In fact, that reminded me, I also still need to send it to Nathan, because he hasn't seen that yet and he's going to love it. Thanks, Jazz. The podcast will be out in 6 minutes, guys. 6 minutes till the new podcast. Thank you, Stargirl. What a nice name. How are you and Dobby? Says Jazz. Dob,
Yeah.
you're right.
Huh?
Are you all right?
Yeah.
Sick. Someone asked.
Oh. I just passed.
6 minutes, isn't that 10 o'clock at night our time?
Yeah,
Oh.
I did say I tried to get it up on time. Do you know what I think's happened, right? Because I know that I put it up because I can't have done it. This is my logic, right? I got it right on Spotify. I can't have got it wrong on YouTube.
Yeah.
But I guess somehow it decided, oh no, actually you can't have wanted the day that you selected, do the next day instead.
Right.
When I set it to 7 a.m. on the 29th of what's the month? April. No, March. Jesus Christ. I'm like still waking up, guys. I don't know what YouTube did in the interim of me like selecting that, but here we are. Things happen. You know, it wouldn't be the 13 Again podcast without a bit of chaos, eh? Can you say hi to Absolute Muppets? We love you. Yes, in fact, the Absolute Muppets do get a shout out at the end of the first podcast, as promised. I'm trying to get my laptop to turn. Oh no, my laptop is turning on. I'll give a shout out to all the Muppets right now, just for fun, because I feel like it. But I do need to get them up because I don't have them off the dome yet. Hang on. Sorry, just logging into my laptop. Okay. Oh, and you know what? That's a nice little win. I uploaded the podcast to Dropbox for editing last night, and it did it before my laptop died because I didn't plug my laptop in because I was too tired. Hi, Rebecca. What was I doing? Finding the Muppets. Where are you? Where are you? There we go. So we got, funnily enough, Rebecca, who just said hi. She's one of the Muppets. Rebecca Hind, Chloe, a.k.a. Coco, Alex, Katie Gorn, Ellie, Patricia Santos, Beck, a.k.a. Ohio, another Beck without a K, Rosie Reader, Laurel, Ellie, Coco, Charlotte, and of course, Sarah and Hugo. So those are the current Muppets. Hopefully we're going to grow our Muppets over time, although there's no pressure to, because that is an insane tier on the Patreon. That is just for people who want to support the podcast that little bit extra. Will there be a live on Patreon too? Listen, guys, there will be a live on Patreon, but I'm probably going to try and do it later today when everyone wakes back up in the UK, because I am very late. We've got a flight to catch, and
We are leaving in half an hour and you haven't showered. Let's go.
Exactly. I need to pack. I need to do a load of things, but it's important to me that we at least do this, get this sorted, because, you know, I care. I may not. All right. Can you shut my door if you're going to start yelling at everyone, please?
Can you please get in the shower?
Thanks so much. My God. This family, man. We're all ripping each other's hair out. We've been on tour and on holiday for the last couple of weeks. Yeah. You're quite what? You're quite pale. I'm not pale. I'm tanned. Fuck off. I'm not having that. Whoever called me pale. I know I'm tanned. I mean, I'm not as tanned as like someone who lives here, but like I'm more tanned than I usually am. So someone coming in here and calling me pale, I'm not having that. All right, now everyone's challenging me on being tanned. Okay, listen, guys. I'm more tanned probably than I've ever been in my life. So we're all gonna be happy for me, yeah. We're all gonna pretend that I'm like super tanned and go, wow, well done, Harvey, good job. All right, I've had a rough enough morning as it is, and my ego's pretty fragile right now. So yeah, thanks for that. He's tanner than the pillow. See, that's the attitude we need right now. Sort of basic support. I really appreciate it. Okay, podcast is out in... Oh, my watch is dead. Brilliant. Hang on, actually, I'm going to put that on charge now really quickly. What time is it? Podcast is out in like 30 seconds, guys. I'm going to double check it as well before I go. Okay. Any second now, guys. Any second. Soon as the clock strikes 10, we're gonna have podcasts out on YouTube, and it's gonna be great. Here we go. Everyone's saying, wow, Harvey, you're so tan. Yeah, thanks. Really appreciate that. And the podcast is out. Welcome to 15 again, everyone. Oh my goodness, it's so exciting. Wow. Thank you all. Thanks, Sarah Louise. You always know how to put a smile on my face, even though it doesn't look like it right now. But yeah, thanks all so much for watching. Patreon members who get the live stream, I promise you will have your live stream at a similar time, probably tomorrow, or I'll figure it out. I'll put an update in the chat for when the after party live stream is, because like I said, I'm really sorry I can't do it right now. I've got to go and make sure I make the flight. Otherwise I'll get in a lot of trouble, but don't worry, rest assured, it will happen. Loads of love to everyone, and we will see you in a bit. Safe travels. Oh wait, that's me. I need safe travels. Bye.